Literally no one asked for this, but I went to see what's at Kohl's. The only times I've been in here recently have been with my mom and with AJ to get him some work polos, which his favorite ones are actually from here. And I also realized when I'm thrifting, a lot of things that I love are the brands from Kohl's. So I thought we might as well go right to the source today and see what it's all about. The main categories I want to look for today are dresses, obviously. I love to look at the PJ sets. I'd love to see what their brand of jeans is that they carry. Also just overall their tops. Do they have feminine tops? Do they have graphic tees? Is it on style, on trend, expensive? I really don't know what to expect, honestly. I haven't gone here in forever, and I certainly don't shop on here online or anything. So let's go to Kohl's.
Especially with the time of year that I'm going into Kohl's, it definitely feels like I'm back to school shopping again, like old times, except this time there's a Sephora in Kohl's, which I think is a brilliant idea. I totally forgot about that. In the women's section, I was surprised at how many different sections and styles of clothing they had. I first went to this dress section, which had a bunch of different dresses kind of all mixed together. It was a little stressful because I couldn't really find my size in the pink dress at first, but I ended up finding one, so we will be able to try that on. One of the main brands they have at Kohl's is Lauren Conrad, which they have a lot of cute stuff. This stuff was kind of sporty and fall-like, but they also had very girly, feminine pieces, and so it was really fun to look through. But I will say, as you will see, the prices were not as good in my opinion. And not just for the Lauren Conrad stuff, literally every brand they had there was overpriced even when it was on sale. Regardless though, the stuff was still super cute, so I decided to go back and get a cart because I had a feeling that we would have a lot of stuff to try on. This yellow floral print really drew my eye. This dress was so cute, and I realized it's the brand Mink, which I do feel like I've seen a lot at thrift stores, but it was under the Modern Supply section, so I don't know if that's the same. They also had a skirt in this, and it wasn't my size, so I did grab that to try on. This section here was also Lauren Conrad. I didn't love these t-shirts with the ruffles, and I also didn't really love the graphic tees very much. Just not my style personally. I ended up coming across this Modern Supply sweater vest, and you guys know how I feel about sweater vests. This one in particular looked really nice and good quality, so I was very excited to try it on, even though it wasn't in like a color I would choose. They also have a brand at Kohl's called Farmer's Market, and all this stuff is so cute, and this white skirt happened to be on sale, so I thought this one could be fun to try on. Look at how unique this kind of sweater vest with the ruffles is. This is also Lauren Conrad, and they just had a really interesting selection of styles and trends that it just felt really unexpected. Like these flannel blazers for fall, so cute, and $65 I feel like is a pretty good price for that, honestly. But these long sleeve ruffle blouses completely stopped me in my tracks. These were so cute. These were also Lauren Conrad, and they looked like a Doen dupe. Like, how stunning are these? I ended up picking up this navy blue plaid one, and can't you already envision me wearing this with jeans, a hot coffee in my hand in the fall time? I feel like I would look like I'm straight out of a fall magazine. That being said though, not everything at Kohl's is that good or exciting. There's a lot of sections that just feel very office wear, very business casual. The Simply Vera section I didn't love as much. It's a little too modern and just a little bit too grown up feeling for what I typically tend to wear. But if you like that style of clothing, I feel like this would be a great place for you. Still super cute, just not my personal style. But even the Lauren Conrad section had stuff that was just a little too trendy for what even I like, and it didn't feel that good of quality either. So there was a lot of hits and misses at Kohl's. You really had to dig through some things. Like this dress section, I'm not actually really sure what was going on, if it was just out of season dresses, but I didn't really love anything there. And I almost missed it, but I found this other Lauren Conrad section with different tanks, and I found this kind of vest tie situation in this cute green gingham. I've always wanted to try a shirt like this, and so I was really excited to try this on. Right across from the women's section is the junior section, and this section I both love and am scared of at the same time. Some of the styles super cute and some that I would wear. Some are a little too youthful, and some of the silhouettes are just so young. But being that I'm trying to add more color to my closet this year, the junior section was definitely way easier to find that than the women's. There was way more colorful prints and patterns. Everything was just more vibrant and fun, I feel like, and I really enjoyed looking through all the dresses especially. I loved all the florals and different patterns they had and different styles. It was really cute. And this Rewind brand, I didn't realize this was from Kohl's, but I see this a lot thrifting too, as well as the sooooo brand. I actually have a lot of things that I love from there. But one brand I was not expecting to see was Aeropostale, so let me know if you guys knew that they carry Aeropostale at Kohl's. This was a newsflash to me. I thought these sew tanks looked pretty cute. Like, they felt really good quality. I love the neckline. The one that drew my eye the most was this kind of like purple button tank. I felt like maybe it would be a good color on me, but I couldn't really tell. Plus they were on clearance, so what what do we have to lose? But after that, I found the perfect sweater for fall. Look at how cute this varsity knit sweater is. I love the numbers on here and how retro it looks, and I just thought this looked adorable. So I grabbed the navy one to try on, and after that, I actually ended up finding Brandy Melville dupes. Look at these. Tell me that these do not look like Brandy Melville long sleeves, like especially this blue one. I had to try this on because I actually have a Brandy Melville long sleeve that looks very similar to this in this like waffle knit texture. I love so much. This is adorable. So this is in the brand Pink Republic, and I actually find them thrifting a lot too, and I had no idea that they were originally from KOHL'S. I thought these lightweight oversized striped sweaters were really cute, and I almost thought about getting this pink one, but I didn't know if the color would look super good on me. I had a feeling it might wash me out. So we did decide to pass on that, but we made our way over to the sooooo brand jeans, and these ones right here caught my eye. I think they were the last ones left, and I think they were in my size. I've never tried on jeans from this brand before, so this was going to be interesting. But this is also where I found the rest of the Aeropostale stuff. They literally had a section just for Aeropostale, which I thought was so interesting. I still am kind of confused by this, but they did have the jeans there from Aeropostale, and so I thought trying on a white pair could be fun. I haven't done that in a while, so I grabbed kind of a baggy straight leg pair, and I was excited to see what it was like. As I was looking for the pajamas, I realized how big the women's section at KOHL'S is, so I had to go through a lot of sections to finally get to the sleepwear, and they definitely did have a lot of sets. At first there was nothing really catching my eye, except I did find this pair that matches the pajama top I had gotten with my mom. They just had it in a medium, and I thought maybe that could work, but then I came across this set, and you guys, this is exactly the color and type of style that I'm looking for. I could not believe it. They had them both in my size, and so I was very, very excited to try these on, and I was really hoping that they would work. The rest of the pajamas were very bold. Like, look at these prints and patterns. I've never seen pajamas this like crazy before, and honestly, the feeling of these felt very microfiber fleecy. I was not impressed. Even these Draper James ones, I could never sleep in them, and I'm not like that picky with fabric, I feel like, but yeah, not enjoyable to feel. And overall, the pajama section was really packed and overwhelming. I was kind of confused of the layout and what everything meant and where everything was. So yeah, once I found those two pajamas I was going to try on, I was pretty content. Okay, I have a ton of stuff already. I feel like I'm ready to try on. Yeah, I'm impressed. Now, with a very full cart, we are on our way to the fitting rooms, which one thing I love about KOHL'S is that they don't have people bugging you in the fitting rooms. So let's try on. And look at how much we have to try on. I'm so excited. So settle in, get cozy, because we have a lot to discuss. Let's start off simple with a tank top. I grabbed this sooooo brand tank in a size extra small in this really pretty blue color. I loved how the blue color looked on. You definitely need to wear covers with this because the bra straps will be showing with how in the neckline goes. I do love the crop, and I just feel like overall the fit was really good, honestly. It felt really soft and comfy, and I love how thick the band is around the neckline and arms. I love a tank that looks like that. Next, we tried on the same brand tank top but in a different style, and I was so excited about this purple color because I've been really wanting more purple and pink, but I just feel like this color did not make me look good at all. I don't know, let me know what you think, but I just did not love it personally. This tank was quite a bit longer than the other one, so it wasn't as cropped, which sometimes is nice, and I do like the style of the buttons going up and just how it looks. Like, I like the look of it, the feel of it, but the color I could just not get past, so this was definitely a no, even though it was on sale. Next up were the Aeropostale jeans in a high-rise baggy fit, and I felt like these fit really awkward on me, especially in this mid-section area, like the thighs and hips. Just, it didn't work out very well. The waist was big as well, which is very typical for me, but I was shocked that the length of these pants were perfect. Being 5'3", normally jeans are really long on me, but these were at a perfect length. And I'm a wide leg girl, so I was just kind of finding myself wishing that the bottoms were a little bit wider, but these just in general were not the right pants for me. So honestly, that made me a little nervous to try on these from the sooooo brand. They're a low-rise baggy jean, and they're $40, but I was blown away at how perfect these fit. They're very low rise, and the inseam there is pretty short, but I feel like it worked. Like, around my thighs, the length was perfect. Even around the waist, there wasn't that much gapping, which is so rare. I'm still blown away looking back at these. The wash was kind of interesting. It kind of had like a brown hue to it, almost like it looked like, you know, an oil stain, if that makes sense. I don't know. You kind of know the style of denim wash I'm talking about. Never in my life would I think that I'd find jeans that I like at KOHL'S of all places, so I was pretty conflicted if I should get these or not, so I decided to stay in them while I tried on some of the other tops. And I was itching to try on this Lauren Conrad doen dupe, and this did not disappoint at all. You guys, if I could get this in every single color and pattern, I totally would. The ruffle neckline, the puffy sleeves, the little detail along the wrist is so beautiful. I also love the length of it where you can still tuck it in, but it's not too long either. The fabric was really lightweight too. I almost thought it was 100% cotton, but it was half viscose, half cotton. And I just love how feminine it looks, but also casual. Like, it doesn't feel too in your face, you know? My only problem is I didn't love this color or pattern on me. I wish it could have been brighter, and for $40 for a shirt, it just hurt my heart. But we still had the Brandy Melville dupe from Pink Republic for $18, so let's try this one on. It fit perfect, honestly. I have no problems with the fit. I feel like the neckline hit at a great spot. It wasn't too tight, not too loose, but as I was wearing it, I felt a little hot, so I went to see what the fabric was made out of, and I was shocked. It was mostly polyester, but also spandex too, which made sense because it was kind of slippery when I put it on, so that kind of solved that mystery. If that kind of stuff doesn't bug you, I think this is a perfect dupe, and I would definitely go for it, but for me personally, it's a pass. I see this front tie style shirt a lot, and I was really excited to try it on, but this was at an extra small and it still was pretty oversized on me. So I just feel like that gave it a really awkward fit. Everything was loose and kind of moving around, and it just was not flattering on me at all. And for $45, I think that's ridiculous, honestly. I cannot believe that this is the smallest size in this style shirt, but even though it didn't fit right, the vibe and color of the shirt is still so cute. This sweater gives me the most back to school vibes, and I am obsessed with it so much. Like I said, it reminds me of Urban Outfitters, and I love the feeling of the sweater. I love the look of it, how simple it is, the little like stripes on the sleeves. It almost has a vintage retro look to it, which I love, and the fabric is so soft, yet it's not too heavy. Keep in mind though, this is an extra large, so it is supposed to be, I think, a little bit more fitted, but I just like it oversized. I really hope that I can find this at the thrift store later eventually, because I love this, but $30 is a bit too much. Next, we tried on the sweater vest from Modern Supply. The only size they had left was a medium, and this was $40. I do feel like the mediums still fit me pretty good. I don't mind things larger or oversized, and I could just tell that this was really well made. I do wish that the stripes weren't black. That's not my favorite color. If it was a different color, I probably would have gotten this, honestly, because the quality of the sweater vest was unmatched. It felt so good, and I just feel like it looked good. Like, this is the perfect template for a sweater vest. I did look to see what the fabric was, and it was 100% cotton, which is unreal. I just wish it was in a different color. And speaking of color, we tried on this really pretty pink Lauren Conrad dress in a size small, but it was like $70, and honestly, trying it on, seeing the fit, I do not think it's worth $70, especially the top portion. Do you see how awkward it fits? I don't know if it's just me and my proportions or the dress's proportions, but it just fit awkwardly. I also think I need to size down to an extra small in this because it just wasn't laying right on me. The bust portion seemed really long, and it also just wasn't tight against my chest, so I think that would have helped if it was just a little bit tighter. I do like the skirt part, and it was double lined, which is really nice, so I liked that it was really flowy and pretty, and the pink was just so pretty. But yeah, I just could not get over the chest area. It just felt awkward. Next, we tried on this mink skirt in a size small for $45. This was such a pretty skirt, but the zipper was broken, so I couldn't zip it up all the way. However, I tried to kind of give you guys a look at what this skirt would look like, and it is so cute. It looks like a cupcake with all the tiered layers on it, and I feel like I haven't seen a maxi skirt that looks like that, really. And I love the fabric and how it looks. It would be perfect for fall. Like, I could see myself wearing this through the fall time too. But even if it did zip up all the way and I was able to put it on, I still think $45 is a bit much, but maybe I'm just used to thrift store prices. I don't know. The next skirt is from the junior section from a brand called Love Fire, and it's a size small for $35, and I didn't hate this. The fabric felt really good, actually. It was kind of a stretchy mesh material, and I really liked that part of it. It was really comfortable, but I'm pretty insecure about my hip area and my hip dips, and I just feel like this skirt was not flattering for that. I don't know if it needed to be more tight or more loose. The print was okay. I couldn't find it on the website anymore because this is kind of in a green paisley, and yeah, just not my favorite. I think maybe if it fit better and if it was a different color, I would go for it, but just not my style. We have another skirt, and this one is from the brand Farmer's Market, and this was on clearance for $35. Just a nice white midi skirt, but this was so puffy. Look at this skirt. I've never tried on a skirt like this before. It was a little bit big in the waist, which was kind of a bummer, but the fabric was so much. I mean, it was layers and layers of poofy fabric. I could not believe it. I did not like the look of that personally. I just don't know when I would ever wear a skirt like this. Like, I've wanted a white maxi skirt for a while, but this is just not the style that I'm looking for. I definitely want it to be a little bit more drapey and less poofy. But if this is your style, I think this is a perfect one, so you might want to go to Kohl's to get this. I could not find these on the website, but I do have the matching tank top in this, but these pajama bottoms were just too big for me, unfortunately. Sometimes I can fit in a medium just fine, especially in bottoms, but these were just too big for me, and so it was a hard pass, but very cute and could have been a perfect matching set. And speaking of matching pajama sets, let's try on this one. I was obsessed with this. I love the color and the bold stripes. However, the shirt was insanely long. I don't know why it was that oversized. I wish it was a little bit, not like cropped, but just smaller. But genuinely, this style with the stripes and the color with the pink is entirely my dream pajama set. I've been looking for a pair just like this. The bottoms were super cute. I love the wide leg. I love the thick like ribbon around the waist, but the shirt was a little hard to get over. It just felt a little awkward and I didn't feel as cute in it. And typically I do like a short sleeve top instead of long sleeve also. So I did not know what to do, but I did switch to my iPhone to kind of give you a better view of the color because the orange stripe wasn't really showing as orange as it really was. I just feel like this color combination looks so flattering on me. It's so fun. I love these thicker stripes. It just, ooh, it's so good. I could also tell the fabric wasn't 100% cotton. It was half cotton, half rayon, which isn't too bad. I could probably live with that, but definitely a mark against it. Also, each piece was $25, so that made the set $50. At least that's what I thought when I was trying it on, and so I just didn't know if it was worth it or not. However, when I did go back out, I did see that they were on sale, so that would make it $40 for the top and bottom. I went to Sephora as a little break from all the decisions I had to make, and also got to try on the hair oil I just ordered, which was actually super convenient. But yeah, that was my experience shopping at Kohl's for the first time in a long time, and I cannot wait to talk about it.
All I have to say is, wow. Kohl's is good. I mean, I'm not too surprised because like I said, a lot of the brands, and I didn't even realize how many brands I find thrifting there that I like. Did that sentence make sense? Definitely a little overstimulating. It kind of reminds me of TJ Maxx. Things are kind of stuffed everywhere. There's clearance, there's sales sort of on things, and it's just hard to keep track of everything, and the women's section goes on forever. I decided to not get anything today. I think the downside about Kohl's is while they have deals in Kohl's Cash and all that stuff going on, it still is a little overpriced. It's not the place that people are shopping enough to have the prices so high, but do like the pieces match a place like Gap? It's like the best equivalent that I can think of for like the Lauren Conrad stuff. $40 for like that blouse top just felt way too much to me. But like the jeans that I tried on that were like the baggy ones, those were $40, and I felt like that was a pretty fair price for jeans. The thing I was closest to getting was the pajama set because, oh my goodness, dream pajama set, so good. If it was just 100% cotton, I probably would have got it because for $40 for both the top and bottom, it was pretty good. But it was $40 for the top and bottom, and right now I feel like I want to hold out for a better pair that maybe is 100% cotton. But given that the shirt was also really long too, there was just a couple notches for it to be a little too expensive, and I had to pass for now. The jeans I passed on simply because I do have a lot of jeans. The wash is a little controversial. I feel like I didn't know how many things I would wear with that kind of wash, but I know I would wear them. Like, they're so cute and they fit perfect. So yeah, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like Kohl's is a great place to look for especially dresses or any sort of special occasion. Maybe you have a wedding coming up or a baby shower, or you want to look for fun work outfits. Like, they definitely had a big selection of trendy pieces that you don't see everywhere, but it's not necessarily going to be cheap. So definitely using Kohl's Cash, looking out for the sales and the deals that they have, I think would be great. And you could find honestly a really great piece. Definitely a lot of fun, girly, feminine pieces of clothing that I just feel like are so fun. And honestly, I didn't even really look through exactly everything. There was still so much that remained untouched for me. So I highly recommend going yourself to Kohl's and seeing what it's all about. Even if you find one thing that you love, I think it's worth it. The thing too I like about Kohl's, which I probably already brought up, is just how it's not intrusive. Like, you go in and there's no workers asking how you're doing. They're not in your way. There's no amount that is limited in the fitting room. No one's checking you in and out of the fitting room really. And I love that. I love just being able to shop on my own, especially when you're feeling down or you just want a shopping day. I don't want to talk to anybody. Today was kind of one of those days where I was like, I just really am excited to get out and shop, but I don't want to talk to anyone or have to explain what I'm looking for or anything like that. So yeah, I feel like our moms know what they're doing with Kohl's. It's not bad. Just being honest, I'm definitely going to look up those pajamas on the Kohl's website because I have a feeling I might be regretting it by the time I get home that I didn't get those. So cute. AJ and I are just trying to be a little bit more strict with our money. I just know that I'd rather have other things than those pajamas. So if you made it this far in the video, let me know what you guys think of Kohl's. Have you been there lately? What do you love from there? Is it your little secret? Like, have you been getting stuff from there recently? Or do you have a favorite thing that you get there? I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions. And if you go to Kohl's, let me know if from this video you go, and let me know what you find, because I don't know, I think it's really good. I am a fan, honestly, and I can see why I like the things that I thrift that are from Kohl's. Like, I just think they're fun. We shopped a while in Kohl's, so I gotta go. But if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the laundry chat for more videos like this. I post every Monday and Thursday, and I will see you guys in the next laundry chat.